We're back on the Spotify's, Jack.
We are.
We're
Hello
here.
to the listeners. We've been having a few messages. So first off, straight away, thank you for the messages. It's very nice. I forward the ones that I get sent to Jimmy, and hopefully Jimmy looks at the ones that are on Truth Seeking when they come through. People saying they're enjoying the show, so that's nice. Jimmy doesn't read the messages.
I do when I do the uploads, but that's the only time. I mean, it's the only time I go on the pit. This machine, because I can't be asked to find me login on the new MacBook. This one's the only one that I'm logged in on the actual creator account on. Oh. So like, then this thing
multiple Macs
takes a while. She needs a little bit of foreplay before she warms up, man.
Oh, you want to mess with that
This
plug.
thing right here needs a bit. It needs a bit of teasing. It needs a bit of love of affection. Yeah. You got to spit on the charger before you put it in, or she just fucking. She's not going anywhere.
I do that anyway, just as a form of roulette.
What?
Like, do I?
Oh,
spitting on the chargers. Yeah.
On every plug, yeah.
Yeah. It just helps, doesn't it? Gives you a reason to live because you've survived it again. You're like, I'm supposed to be here.
So. We're at war.
Someone listened to 13 hours of this the other day.
They are not well. But if you care to listen to even more for the mere price of £3...
Just because they will be listening though right now, you are not well.
Yeah, you're...
Where this isn't real.
Seek help.
But, yeah, seek help on www.patreon.com/truthseeking.
Yeah, it is a new therapy website. Everything on there is factual info. It's like,
but we pronounce it the rapey website.
What's the fucking the scam fucking therapy company that sponsors everyone? Is it BetterHelp? BetterHelp.
Sounds right. It's better something.
Get better. Yeah. Be better. Just be better. That's
be better.
It's just
imagine that you ring.
Clean your room. Clean your fucking goddamn room, you little bitch. Clean your room.
Mate, you ring up and you're like, look, I just feel so down. Hey, just be better. I hadn't thought about that. I'm finding it really hard at the minute at work. Just be better. Oh, that would actually make it a lot easier, yeah, if I did a better job.
So much easier, mate. Why have I never thought of this?
Yeah.
We're at war again, Jack.
We are.
There's a new war.
We're at war with racism. We're at war with sexism. And more importantly, we're at war with ourselves.
But more importantly than that, which wasn't mentioned in that classic banger, is we're at war with warehouses. Yeah. Structures of... I've never trusted corrugated metal, if I'm honest with you.
I've always trusted it more than corrugated plastic.
Yeah, but I've always thought that like the sound it makes when wind hits it, how water runs down it. It sounds like it's whispering about you at all times, corrugated metal. And now I think enough people have taken heed to that, and there's a war against warehouses.
Now, it's not a war that's being fought very well, though. If it's against corrugated metal and your solution is fire, then you're not that bright.
I mean, it's a bit like, no, they're doing internal damage. It's a bit like trying to dissolve someone from the inside.
That's possible, though. I was thinking before, a really good means of solving, like bombing problems, where the problem about bombing people is developing bombs. If you was to fill a plane...
hang on, is it? I thought bombs were pretty easy to make.
But they're not easy to come by, and they're really heavy. Like a 250-kilo bomb. I'm not lifting that.
Why do
you work out all the time.
Why do you have to have a 250-kilo bomb?
I think that was about the average weight of a bomb that was dropped during World War II, I think.
Oh, right, okay. You're talking about... That's from fucking planes. You can get...
Yes.
You get a kilo of C4 will blow up a fucking school. I didn't have to specify school. Or any building that's about that size.
Any building full of civilians.
Any building full of bands, a kilo of C4 should probably do it. Nike factory, school.
Children's hospital.
Yeah, island in some part of the Caribbean / Central America. Anywhere like that. Anywhere. But warehouses, there's a war against them. Now, it's being fought on several fronts. You've got people out in America and such going, and Manchester, I think, recently, or Greater Manchester area, just full on torching them. The bloke in America doing it.
Well, we started in Manchester with the original warehouse, the OG warehouse, the kennels, the dog's home.
What about them?
Well, it's where they were a dog's home is where you warehouse dogs, isn't it? You keep dogs there and to be able to distribute them to other people. And there was that guy a good few years ago that set the kennels on
Oh
fire.
yeah, shit. There was I.
Yeah. So
Ah,
it started a while ago.
that's.
They just don't like things in bulk, innit?
You reckon he was the? Yeah, they're small. They're people who are all about small business. That's these
Yeah.
people.
Small quantities. The ironic thing is, a lot of these warehouses, like Amazon warehouses and that, a lot of that stuff in there isn't stock owned by Amazon. A lot of it is owned by people running small businesses.
Yeah, I know.
Which is the shit thing.
Yeah, you're completely fucking them over.
Yeah.
The Amazon shite will still continue to ship. Bezos
Yeah,
will
if-
never be stopped.
Well, if anything, it would be very, very convenient, right? I'm not saying it's the truth, but it would be very convenient if, let's say, a company like Amazon was behind the fires to destroy all of these other people's stock within their warehouses, because now they've figured out what sells best and they've built a distribution network, probably off the back of the money they've been receiving off of the commission from selling these products for other people. And
mean,
now they'd
what a
be in
way-
place for it.
Well, what a way to kill your competition is become a business where you also sell and stock your
Yeah,
competition.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
you
just-
suck all your competition in. Yeah.
Well, we'll look
Monopolising,
after
innit?
it all for you. No, we'll look after it all.
Yeah.
We'll sell your stock as well, don't worry. And then, no, all of your stock was set on fire.
There was a hole in the roof. It was corrugated plastic, not metal. What a shame. There's holes come through it. A 250 kilo, you'd never believe it, 250 kilo bomb came through the roof. Didn't explode, luckily. It was fine.
Just
Big
landed
hole.
on all your gear.
It was hammering it down as well. So your stuff that got crushed is in the middle and loads of other people's,
Wet.
all your neighbours' stuff soaked now. Useless.
So the there's warehouses and the data centers are being gone after as well. Strategic takedowns of logistics and communications, data harvesting. It's almost like the people are fighting back a little bit.
Or someone's pretending it's the people fighting back.
You've got a woman on Instagram dressed as a piece of bread who's doing a whole takedown of, is it Wigan? You know more about this than me.
Yeah, that's
This
Wigan.
bit.
Yeah, that's
So what's
Wigan.
going on in Wigan?
So in Wigan, they're massive. Going
They're
off
putting
of Zoe Bread's
They're
videos.
putting pies in buns.
They are pies in buns,
That's a
and she's
fucking-
not a fan because her head is a piece of
It's
toast.
a piece of bread, yeah. That she hasn't
So-
got a pie behind that.
Yeah. So what's going on there is a massive warehouse has been built, which they said allegedly, they said they're being very litigious over this.
I know.
A lot of allegeds in this next few sentences.
Oh, let's just say from the
So
outset
allegedly.
of the show that this whole thing is clearly a satirization, and everything is with a hint of allegedly.
Yeah. Just a hint of allegedly.
Yeah.
Alleged. 50 millilitres of allegedly brought
Whoa,
to you by
50
Truth Seeking.
50 millilitres, though. That's a shot. We're talking like 7.5.
That's like an aftershave,
50 mils a shot. It's a double.
is it? That's a lot of aftershave, though, isn't it? 50 millilitres in a
I
bottle.
wouldn't want to down 50 mil of aftershave.
See, exactly. It's loads, isn't it?
Strong
What
that.
else I wouldn't want to do with it?
Wah. Yeah, go on.
I wouldn't want to have it as a suppository either.
Well,
Because it stings when you put it on a fresh cut.
Right, is your arsehole often cut?
Is yours often not?
I mean, I don't want to go out there and say it, but I'm usually notoriously not cut in the arsehole area. I know it's a bold claim to make. Sorry if that makes me a modern man.
Conversely, well, I think mine makes me more of a modern man. I've not gone this whole preening and looking after yourself route that everyone else seems to. Yourself, going to the gym, eating salsa, eating healthy, clearly looking after your anus. I'm here bringing it back, mate. I'm bringing back the red tissue paper.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Would you stock it in the Amazon warehouse? What? Right, so, you were telling me,
Very flammable, innit?
before we come on here, you were telling me
yeah.
I couldn't show, after showing perhaps an element of not support, but acknowledgement for the efforts of people.
Yeah, satirical acknowledgement.
Great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Towards the people who had committed such acts against these hell structures of metal and steel abominations, housing the very fucking belly of the beast.
Things we need. No, housing the very things we need.
Fuck the data centers and that as well, though, that are also been getting torched up. Fuck them. I'm including them in this whole spate of fires against striking down buildings. It's beautiful terrorism. I didn't say that. Right.
Satirically.
Satirically.
Allegedly.
You were telling me I can't show support for what reason?
Yeah. Because I've been seeing a lot of things about a couple new laws supposedly being passed and allegedly rushed, into saying that if you're encouraging something that they're calling, I think they're calling it far-right terrorism. There's this whole push apparently now for terrorists are now people that might protest against big buildings, people that might protest against things like immigration, and that they're now classed as terrorists.
Been pushing the protest bill for that.
But the warehouse fires have been, and the encouragement of that. I saw a couple things today or yesterday that ties that to starting fires and promoting what they could be deemed as right wing terrorism, because it's a globalist company.
Right wing.
Yeah, because it's a globalist company, which operates all around the world. It's like an anti-nationalist viewpoint.
It's a globalist company. Yeah. Being the operative part of that being operates in benefit of capitalism. Not exactly.
I don't think right wing specifically means like that, does it? Because would you consider it them to be privately owned as such because of the stocks and the shares? Does that mean private property?
That's still no. So that's, you are going down sort of different fields there. Like a capitalism is a right wing ideal.
Oh.
Yeah, because it functions on like there are winners and losers. So there are people getting ahead of the game, and it's not done by the state, or it's not done by like a universal body. It's most certainly a right wing ideal. The globalism part I sort of get, but like there's a sort of difference between the libertarian side, which is just leave me the fuck alone, and the right wing people who are like, we just want to get rid of the brown people. They're sort of different types of folk, really. They don't. This is where you've got groups within groups within groups, where infighting occurs also. But I would also say that burning shit down is very much a left wing pastime. Like,
I guess because they don't have to be actively involved in it, do they? So it's quite a lazy thing, and I imagine if you are left wing, you probably are quite lazy because you don't like the idea of running a business, and you probably do want the government to just give you money for nothing and that. And
I mean, socialist group like the fucking Red Factor in Germany. That was the left wing terrorist group or left wing freedom group. They were blowing shit up. The Irish, Northern Ireland, they were blowing shit up. That's
not lazy with it either, I suppose. They've had to get on their backs to get under them cars.
They put the graft in and they ran ahead. Like, it's very much it's a pastime of all sides, really, but most certainly the left.
Wouldn't it be a weird thing if that's what brought everyone together? Not the fake alien invasion that's on the horizon, but just a love of explosions and destruction of other people's property.
But it is something that, like, take, for example, any time you see a video of Russians doing Russian shit on Instagram, you'll have...
Like that guy that dances.
Him, but mainly the lads either jumping out of windows of 20-storey buildings and then setting themselves on fire and jumping again off buildings, or driving ladders into other ladders and shit like that. It's the comments...
Do you see what looks like an undercover operative Russian fella that dresses as Spider-Man and occasionally saves a few women with big tits?
Yes, I do often see him and his mates.
Yeah.
There's a gang of them. They're entertaining, but I'm talking about the ones that are doing like basically just white person shit, like redneck shit, or what you would call Raji shit from where I'm from. And the comments are literally full of like Aussies, Americans, English folk all being like, we are literally the same people. We are meant to be each other's enemies, and we're all out here doing the same shit as each other. We're seeing through the propaganda, and we're uniting against the warehouses. Maybe
So
warehouses are the
what is it
problem.
about? What it could be? They tower over us, don't they? That's part of
tower
the
over
problem
us.
in Wigan.
They've installed them. But yeah, go back to the Wigan point.
Oh, so they're supposedly they're a lot bigger than what they were proposed to be, and they've disrupted a lot of the ecology in the area, and they're allegedly causing flooding around,
It's
according to
literally in the
different
middle of like
reports. And
people's estates and that. It's
yeah,
just, it's
yeah.
It's
You could-
dwarfing over people's.
You could
backyards.
probably pick up if you're strong enough to pick up a reasonably large dog and throw it over a fence. You could probably pick up a reasonably right there. I don't know what's going on. Reasonably large dog and then chuck it at the warehouse
Yeah.
from getting it over the. It's a
I'd
terrible unit of measurement, but
No, I'd hit it with a Jack Russell, like.
oh, aye, Jack Russell Chihuahua, dead easy.
No problem.
West Island Terrier, kind of easy. Now, if you was to get up to like a Frenchie, might be a little bit more difficult.
Swing it by
but
the
I
legs.
reckon you could still do it.
You get the momentum
Yeah.
swinging it by
Well,
the
once
legs.
you and once you dislocate the hip as well from the legs, you get an extra sort of 3 inches in your swing.
But you should be wanting to this, like, you're all about things having alternative purposes and shit like that. What if the whole
Oh
point
yeah,
is-
burn these stock in the warehouses so that you can start using them to store weaponry, armies, barracks. I've always thought that the whole point of installing warehouses and Nightingale units and stuff like that is so that armies can move easily and more effectively through a country, so they can access barracks and everything that they've hidden underground at these facilities.
But my issue with that is they're not hiding anywhere. You see trucks on the motorway. You see army units driving
Yeah,
about.
but you'd be
They're not
suspicious if you
hiding.
didn't see them.
No, but they're not hiding, Jack. Is what
You
I'm
never
trying-
see where they park up, though, do you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Do
you
you?
sometimes do. Yeah.
No, I don't.
You're just not looking, I think. Yeah, what I like about loads of your theories is it's just I haven't put
Fair. It's
the
just-
time in to see where this goes. You've just gone an army truck's driven past you one day and you've gone, that's suspicious.
Yeah, that's exactly how my brain works.
That's suspicious that I've seen one. They've put that there for me to see it, so I don't.
Tell you
think
what I saw
about-
yesterday.
Wait there, so I don't think about all the other ones that I haven't seen.
Exactly.
Which must
That's-
obviously be moving about. Instead of
Or
going,
hidden.
there's an army truck. That's clearly moving something. Maybe that's got this weird weapons in that I'm thinking about.
No,
Nah.
that doesn't. Yesterday, I saw a big 18-wheel, fucking huge.
It's almost like you've got the opposite of
18-wheeler.
gang stalkers. Like, they're not trying to follow you. They're just constantly trying to put you off following them.
Maybe. Just a lack of interest in other people, basically. A lack of empathy. It's a generalised apathy, more than likely. Just towards anything anyone else is doing. And fear. Deep-rooted fear and generalised apathy.
Yeah, and then just an outright rejection and being like, no, you're not doing that. I'm going to tell you what
I
you're
know
doing."
what you're doing. But I saw this massive 18-wheeler yesterday. Huge, like one of the biggest I've ever seen. Really tall as well. The front of it looked like it had been made stronger, like the hull of the truck.
Reinforced.
It looked a lot fucking more powerful than a regular lorry. And I do like looking at a lorry. And
Of course
it was a local council one, which I've never seen before. Big painted white with the sign for the local council on it. Never seen that before. The back door on it was one of them, like a big fucking, like a lift, a hydraulic lift, basically, that would come up and down. And I thought to myself, bit suspicious, that, innit?
I can tell you exactly what's happened there.
Go on. I reckon it's full of dead bodies and they've got to take it to an incinerator. From the hospital to the city incinerator. Maybe the hospital one's a bit busy or something.
Possibly. I mean, I don't see why they'd have to use those rather than just their normal transportation. But your council, I would imagine, not that massive, not dealing with too many people.
Hey, I tell you what, there's bloody more of them coming here now, Jimmy.
Yeah, because it's getting warm. They're all going to come down in the caravans and shit. But like, I can imagine, council probably hasn't got to do too much spending, but they've got to kick that budget up.
Yeah.
And it's just been the end of the tax year, so I know exactly what's happened there. Is they've gone, we've got 500 grand spare here, and we can't say that we're not spending that. So what do we need?
Buy that second-hand massive lorry that
And the
barely fits
autistic
the
bloke
road.
in the office is just like, his eyes have lit up and gone, I know exactly I know exactly what we can get for that price, and then just listed all of the specifications. They've gone, what we're going to use it for, Michael? And he's gone, not the idea. I'm not the man for that. That's Deborah.
Could be it'd be a good office on wheels, wouldn't it?
Office on wheels. It could be the
Fill it with water. Fill it 3/4 of the way with water, and then you park it up in places where people have got. Say you've got a child who's been sexually abused, and you're worried, and the kid's scared to go back in the swimming pools. No. You're scared to go in the swimming pools and stuff in case it gets touched or whatever again, or ogled by a pervy lifeguard or whatever, or a spectator on the stairs at the seats or whatever.
Yeah.
So you chuck your kid in there, they can have a little swim around, no one's watching them, and then they drive around the city with them in there.
Has fucking Vin Diesel just pulled up outside your house in his Dodge Charger from Fast and the Furious or something?
It's because he likes my idea.
Is that the truck? Is that the council truck now? It's like, we've come to show you what it really is, boys. Possibly, I'm thinking it's mobile. Did you ever have... this is very region specific. We had Jet and Ben, who were two dogs that the police would bring in to tell us about crime.
We had a woman that used to dress up as an apple that used to come in to tell us to eat our dinner.
That's amazing. That's fucking mint. And you were like, what the hell is that thing? I've never seen one of them
I
in
did
my
not
life.
like mascots.
Did not
I did. Oh, you mean because it's fruit?
Yeah, but also...
I didn't like mascots, anthropomorphic stuff. Just pissed me right off. Scared the shit out of me.
It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like
that's
this.
exactly what it was. I remember going to, I think it was Haven or Butlins or something as a kid. There was a fella dressed as a tiger. I was shitting myself, mate.
No.
To me, it's just like, what's going on there? This tiger, there's a tiger, they're dangerous, it's going to kill us. Why can it walk on its back legs? I was terrified.
I fully get that, mate. I've always found mascots entertaining, but part of me has always been like, I'd like to spend a day as a mascot. The other part has been like, way too fucking hot in that suit.
I don't want to be near kids.
I wouldn't. No,
Couldn't be arsed.
Who said be near kids, mate?
You're a mascot.
I just want to do normal shit, but in a mascot suit.
Very inconvenient, innit, with them oversized feet and hands.
Very inconvenient.
Doing anything.
To other people as well, though, like getting on the tube, going to Greg's.
Yeah. The escalators would be good.
Escalators would be fucking mint, mate. Trying to get
No one's passing on the left there.
Trying to talk to the Uber driver. Fucking no idea what's going on. What's this giant M&M doing? I'd like to be the giant brown M&M.
Yeah.
That's a little...
Any particular reason why you'd want to be the one without the sugar coating on?
It is sugar coated. It's just got brown.
Is it? Oh, I thought you was getting it because there's chocolate inside.
You just want me to be the
brown M&Ms.
I don't want to be skinless, mate.
Well, I like the irony of being a mascot but not wearing the outside layer.
Just wearing the
thing you're being the mascot of. No. You're just wearing you're dressed as the inside of the thing you're being the mascot of, but on the outside of your costume is the inside of the thing you're pretending to be.
Yeah. So if I was
like Inside Out Boy, but of an M&M. So
if I want to be
like put it backwards, and it's just that you're an M&M instead of an M&M.
Like Mr. Blobby, but I've just got his intestines and his
yeah.
Bless me. And his black soul.
No. You've just got you're predominantly yellow. Covered in on the inside, you're predominantly pink, but swimming in loads of purple tubes and yellow tubes, and them yellow circles are just where the tubes come out like exhausts on his body. On the real Mr. Blobby, but then obviously Mr. Edmonds probably didn't want to use the real Mr. Blobby, so he probably replicated the one that he'd probably met in a jungle at some point.
I love this angle. So Mr. Blobby's a cryptid.
Yeah.
I think he's a project. I think more, I don't know if a cryptid, I reckon more created by like maybe Unit 731, maybe like the ultimate project of MK Ultra. Was like we didn't develop this. Like we did, this isn't a person. We developed the ultimate like psychological weapon. That's what this is. What we figured is we don't have to give the person acid for them to feel like they're on acid. We just introduce this absolute behemoth of a thing, this fucking mind fuck for the masses, and just allow it to be. And that was
if you farmed Mr. Blobbies, do you reckon you're farming them for milk or for meat?
I reckon it comes out straight cheese.
Just Just cheese in Mr. Blobby.
Port Salut, to be precise.
What is that, a type of cheese?
It's the one that's got the orange rind on the outside. It's quite like a little,
Oh.
almost like a sort, not a soft cheese,
See,
but like
if
a
I was on
bendy
Who
cheese.
Wants to Be a Millionaire and the options was what is Port Salut, I would have gone wine. If wine was in A, B, C, or D there,
Of course
I
you would
definitely
have.
wouldn't have gone cheese.
Port in. You would have gone port.
Yeah,
or
and
you'd have gone
Salut.
ham.
Salut, because you say salut, don't you, when you lift a glass of
You
wine
do,
over, or
you
a,
do.
or a cup, or
However-
a pint of olive oil.
Just as a little bit of logic, the wine world is one of the nonciest worlds on the planet. There's no way they would call their shit like a different type of wine, because port's not just wine. It's like a
Fortified.
even fucking shit of it. No, that's Buckfast, which is a real wine.
Oh.
And then no one would say like wine. Hello, it's always called like je ne de pape Olafante, je m'appelle de Toin. And you're like,
Oh,
what's
je
that mean?
m'appelle 14-year-old penis.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
This was matured as much as my infant boy that I keep in my cage in my French vineyard. As soon as he gets to 14, I know he's not good enough anymore, and the wine is ready.
As soon as he's 14, we put a cork in him and leave him in the basement.
That is actually how they measure how old like drinks and like wine's aged. Is they steal a child of newborn when they first fucking make it. And then they'll keep the newborn until it reaches the age like it's not good enough anymore. When it's not good enough, the wine's good enough.
Imagine if that's what the whole child trafficking thing was actually about.
They're just making really. I mean, Diddy was making booze. He was he got in that massive lawsuit against the booze company that he was working for or operating for or had
What's
part
this?
ownership in.
Tell us more.
No, we talked about it previously.
Did we? His booze company?
Yeah, he was in he was involved in either tequila company or a vodka company.
Oh,
And there was
yeah,
a
I
big
remember.
legal thing that they come to an agreement and he fucked. Yeah. But maybe that's what the bands were for. I don't know what booze Epstein was making.
I can't imagine it was any good.
I can't either.
No, I don't. He doesn't come across as a guy that would make good booze.
No, it'd
He's
probably be like
probably
Baby
a
Shark.
fantastic child trafficker.
Baby Shark, more like
just for the
Smirnoff
fun.
Ice.
Yeah, WKDs.
Yeah, proper shit drink.
Yeah. More sugar than anything else.
Right, what else has been on my fucking little list?
Well. Speaking of kids, though, before we get onto your list,
Okay.
speaking of kids, we got
on a
some.
list?
With
Got a list of kids?
I've got many lists of kids. There's very detailed lists of kids. There's like a wish list as well. There's something. There's one that I quite like to call the playlist. But
Do you have it on
there's
shuffle?
only like in my pocket sort of thing when when it's too inconvenient otherwise.
So I can't show support for people burning down warehouses, but you can basically say you want to shuffle bands in your pocket.
No, I'm not shuffling the kids. I'm shuffling myself at the thought of the playlist. It's a very well put together playlist. Now-
In at 5-year-old.
Yeah,
Right, go on. Please mention
and
something.
there's nothing in this game for three in a bed because we can't abide the rules. One of them has to be losing. We're capitalists. We can't have two winners. Now, there's new rules being supported by the government, which I find quite suspicious. It was in Parliament. Yeah, it was in Parliament. I was watching some stuff about it. Kids aren't going to be allowed to have the phones in schools anymore. They're going to be forced in every school to put the phone into like little Faraday cage bags.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
there's a couple of schools around here that already sort of do that.
Is it?
Yeah, and in all honesty, I don't really think it's such a bad idea.
I do. Because I think
course
it
you
means that the kids can be indoctrinated against easier and the kids can't film it to prove it. The teachers can make stuff up and say things that are wrong or say their own stuff and can't be filmed anymore. There's been loads of
Hang on
videos
though,
over the
mate,
past
but-
3 or 4 years of teachers being filmed saying whatever it is their beliefs are about political things or sexual things or whatever it may be, which don't really need to be said to the kid. Like, the teacher's job's just to get the syllabus into the child's brain, innit?
Yes, but that happened at every school throughout all of time, and it's only been in the last few years that you could record it. But most kids,
Yeah, and they've immediately gone, I don't like
no,
this.
no. Wait, most
Go on.
kids then have their own thoughts anyway, and either think their teachers are divvy and basically mock them, or be like, maybe that teacher's talking a little bit of sense. But teachers have never just delivered the curriculum. Same as no one in any position of authority has just delivered, like, the legislation or the literature. They all have some sort of personal spin, whether it's slight, whether it's intentional or not, doesn't matter. But it's there. The reason I think it's fucking good that kids don't have phones and that constantly, and I'm gonna sound like an old man. Maybe not. But it's fucking shit. Like, so many daft trends and like violent trends and shit like that start out because they can be shared on video.
But we had, but again, your same argument you've just made against me. We had daft trends like that when we were kids and we didn't have phones to film it on.
Aye, you're
Happy
right.
slapping, that tango thing where you try and deafen
mint.
people.
Yeah. The happy slapping was class, to be fair. Happy slapping was hilarious. What a great time.
See? And no one was filming them, really.
We had, and I'm sure I've mentioned this many times on this because it's one of my fondest memories of school, was Vicious Circle. Where a group of us would stand in like the middle of the playground. We'd stand in like a loose circle and just pretend that we were doing that because we were all talking together. But we'd stand in an area where people would have to pass through. And then when someone would like, obviously at some point have to pass directly through the circle, we'd all start chanting "Vicious Circle" and just push this person into each other from different sides of the circle. We wouldn't beat them up, but we'd just push them to each other, and then the circle would get closer as we pushed them to each other. So they were just trapped in amongst about 10 of us pushing each other, and that would be Vicious Circle. That was a great time.
That's mad. That never would have happened at my school because people would have just fought if you surround them like that.
Aye.
They wouldn't just be getting pushed; they'd be swinging fists, man. That'd be
Aye, but it was
over
also
in seconds every time.
10 of the people that were most likely to do the swinging.
What? Oh, in the circle.
Doing the circle, yeah.
Oh, fair.
But it was a great time. However, yeah, I see your point, but a large point, I think things got worse when you could reach a wider audience. Like, it's all good and well being able to do something just in front of your mates at school, and that used to be like the point you'd reach where you're like, ha, everyone saw that.
Yeah, I'm the best in the class.
Bit different when you can get
today.
1 million fucking views on Instagram from
I
battering
suppose.
someone.
But what about, though, if the teacher's being, saying something that you can then look on your phone and go, that's not true. You're saying Pluto isn't a planet. Boom, boom, boom. Pluto is now a planet again. Here's the proof. Do you know what I mean? You're saying Nibiru isn't real.
But then
I'll
the
fucking
teacher-
show you all these documents I've got saved on my device to show you that Nibiru is real.
Teacher takes your phone, refreshes the Pluto search, and goes, nah, see, no, it isn't again. But again, you can make notes of that shit if you want. Again, this is what I used to do as a kid. Like, I would make notes of shit if I wanted to find out more, and I would then take that home when I had a computer or access to external knowledge and have a look for myself. There's nothing stopping people doing that.
I never did that.
Most people...
I would argue with my teachers just over a feeling I had about something said.
Do you know what, Jack? Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I don't think that's true, miss. Be like, why, Jack? Why? Why don't you think that's true? And I'd just be like, just doesn't seem right. I don't really believe most of the stuff you say. So I don't really think that this is right. And I'd just be like that a lot of the time with them.
That was the joys of going to...
Unbearable for everybody else in the class. But yeah.
That was the joys of going to a Catholic sixth form as an atheist. Being like, I don't believe in any... But just not being an atheist who was like, I don't believe in God. I'd thought about it a lot. Yeah. And then had reasons for not. And then when my mate topped himself, I was like, well, here's a massive reason. And he also went here. So you saying he was a dickhead?
Yeah, well, I did similar with my Catholic college. That was when I was starting. My uncle died, who was a priest, and I remember saying to the ethics teacher that we had, this class,
was it. This was ethics and philosophy.
And I was like, "This is mental. That what you've just said there suggests that God, if God was running Camp Bastion, because that was the big army base in the news at the time, that'd be like him calling in mortars on his own base to kill his own generals. Why? Well, you're talking nonsense." And then I was the dickhead for pointing this out, innit? And you're like, no, you're talking out your arse. But though, there was a weird lad in that class. It was in
was you.
reform, but no, there was one that was, I think everyone thought even I thought this lad was strange. But he had a really good way of remembering.
I picture everyone turning and looking at you, and then you turning and looking at him. You're like, what? They must be looking. Nah, it's him looking out there.
It's this handsome bastard next to me. They just can't believe how good looking he is. It must be. It's not the mad shit I've just said about killing cats.
Well, it's having pockets full of mackerel.
yeah, like eating just the heads. This weird lad. This is very dull, but it's how I remember the less than and more than signs, because he would randomly say,
"Push your mic just a tiny touch away, because it's actually loud today." That'll do.
Oh, yeah, I'll sit further back. He would every now and then, if he really liked something, he would make like a sideways V with his hands and go less than 3.
Oh, that's gay.
Oh yeah, very strange. Yeah, but it's ever since I saw him do it when the teacher was talking to us about the Joker trying to blow up that boat full of prisoners.
What?
Because that's what that was the lesson.
Hang on, mate. So moments ago you were saying teachers can't film; they're just supposed to deliver the curriculum, and now you're telling me your teacher's talking to you about the Joker blowing up a boatload of people, and you're like, it was fine in my day.
Well, yeah. No, this is the thing, though. That's different. A problem, isn't it? No, it's exactly. It's a problem.
It's not a problem. It's something you can relate to, and it's also just a bit of social built. Like another part of school isn't just delivering.
I couldn't relate to it. I had no idea what it was on. I'd never seen the film.
Yeah, but even conversation is like that is all development.
No, but in stuff like that, where the teachers would be like, "What do you think should happen here? Do you think it should be the prisoners, or do you think it should be the other boat?" I would always say stuff like, "Kill them all. It's the fairest thing to do. Just blow up both boats."
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do. Or blow up everybody on land and just leave the people in the boats alive.
Yeah, that's
whilst
fair.
they and ah. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
The fairest option.
Just to try and throw the teachers and stuff, and I always enjoyed that.
Yeah, the fairest option would be to find all the women and children, put them on one boat, and then blow that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whilst the prisoners are all on little rafts watching.
Yeah.
And then they get to come onto the ship and pillage and take any jewellery that was on the women.
And wigs.
And devices that were in the children's pockets.
Yes. Like rattles. Yeah. Tamagotchis.
Yeah. Sweets.
Yeah. Reese's Pieces. The usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting them in commissary.
No.
Never get a baby's rattle in commissary these days. World's gone mad.
Imagine if you could. If you could, though.
World's gone mad.
Hell of a shiv. Hell of it. You can hear him coming like he's from a musical.
Religion.
Yeah.
The raids on Scientology have been fun.
Yeah.
They've been...
The speed running.
They've been rather exciting. I know we mentioned this the other day, off air, but I do have a theory that this is a Scientology ploy to get people in so they can trap them inside. And all the people that we're seeing so far are sort of paid actors to set it up. And then the more and
so
more
that other people will do it.
Yeah. So more people will do it. And the people that will do it will be wrong uns that won't be missed. And Scientology can just take them, instant million-year Sea Org contract, off they go to the boats.
Everyone runs down the corridor, cheering, laughing, Naruto running down the corridor, like the Area 51 thing. And they just lock the doors when they go in.
Well, I've heard...
There's a security guard on the inside of the doors, but he's painted like Pink Panther to the wall to look like the wall. And then as soon as they run past, he just comes out and locks the door and then goes back into the wall with his hands by his sides and one up by his face.
Behind a painting with 2 eye holes cut in.
Yeah, just holding it.
Yeah.
Or he chases them down the corridor and the other doorman locks the door.
Well, I'm thinking I think they've fallen out. I think Cruz has fallen out with them. They won't. They're sick of letting them suspend from the roof on a night time, pretending to hack into computers. They're like, this is costing us a fortune in wire and all the lights to light up the floor.
And you keep getting better at it as well, so we're having to get better computer security. We've had to buy McAfee. He's here.
Yeah,
we've had to fake his death Do you know how expensive it was to fake this man's death?
Yeah, they got his boat back and everything. So I think Cruise fallen out with him because of that. Most certainly because of that. It can't be anything else. And then they're thinking of a new angle, and they've gone, well, there's a big hole in the market for elite sex rings at the moment. We already have some private. How about a cruise? We have a navy. Epstein didn't have a navy. The issue with him was his land was solid.
Yeah.
He had a stationary address.
Too small of a vision, I would say.
Yeah. What
Do
if
you know
you
what I
could
mean?
sail the seven
Aim
seas?
higher. Aim for the stars. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah. Peace be upon him.
In doing so, they're not sort of going down. Again, they've got their own angle. They don't have a Zorro ranch where they're going to experiment and then bury women that they've used for surrogate mothers and try and
No, they'll
clone
just dump
people
them in
and that shit.
volcanoes and try and melt the souls out of them so
Yeah,
they can be sucked in by the sky sieves.
Yeah, in their eyes, they're doing the world a service because they're just criminal. Like they're just dealing with broken souls, and then they're going to return them to the core of the earth, and that'll make the world better.
Well, they don't really return them to the core of the earth. They put them into new vessels, the criminals again. But then you could farm the
But
criminals.
once the souls have gone, so once you kill, what
Yeah,
happens? So
that's
once you kill a
it's
person,
kind of so Scientology kind of borrows. It's weird, really, because Scientology kind of seems to borrow an awful lot from reincarnation, and you've got to wonder which one came first. Was it? Did like the beliefs of reincarnation get stolen from the beliefs of Xenu and the cosmic overlord?
Reincarnation does go between. I mean, it crosses some religions, so it's not
I
just.
suppose, and it comes back round as well, doesn't it? Ironically.
Yeah, it does. It goes away, and then sometimes,
Yeah.
and then a bit after.
And it's a big thing. It gets
Back
picked
here
up by
again.
more people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happens with the souls. We're all the souls. Everything that's living on Earth, I think,
Mad
is
how
the soul
everyone
of
thinks
criminals
that knows
from
what they're going to
different
come.
planets.
It's mad how people know what they came from or know what they're going to come back as. They're always like on Instagram, especially in comments. They're like, "I know I was a wolf in a past life because I'm such a leader now."
Yeah, I've got no friends though, and I'm on
I lick
Instagram
my
all the
own
time.
arsehole.
Yeah. Well, that would make you think you was a, if you could. So that implies that you get to keep the traits, the skills of the I like this idea.
Of a wolf.
You get to keep the traits of the skills of the creature you were beforehand.
All right, so here we go.
I would want to be a worm
How far?
in a past life because I like the idea that I could just put my arms next to my head and then headbutt the ground and just somehow tunnel.
Yeah, and also you could divide and
Incredible.
multiply. You could get someone to chop you in half, and there's just two of you.
Well, there is until both halves dry out and die. But you could do that with people. You can cut a person in half, and realistically, you can say, "Oh, now I've got two Jimmys," until both of them bits of Jimmy are dead.
Yeah, I like to think I'd pull through. To be honest,
Yeah,
I've got a good solid art on us. I think I've got the willpower to survive being split in two. Just enough time to probably get to the hospital and put me back together.
what
I
animal
reckon-
would you want to be though? To
Well, here
take on
we
the
go.
powers of. Go on.
In a previous life, platypus.
What? So you can have a venomous claw and breathe underwater and detect electricity in the soil.
Right, because the thing is, right, if you were to describe a platypus like you just did,
Yeah,
it sounds like one of the most powerful beings on the earth.
it does, doesn't it? Because yeah.
And then you see one in real
And
life,
it
and you're
can-
like, that's a
and it can-
retarded duck.
No, you see one in real life sweating milk and you just panic.
You're like, that is a retarded duck otter.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? But then I'm looking at this dumb thing, and you say, say the things you just told me
It can detect electricity under the soil. It can lay eggs. It can sweat milk. It's venomous,
And I look at it and go, nah.
and it can breathe underwater.
Yeah, nah. But if you tell me that
and-
beforehand, I'm immediately scared of this absolutely superhuman being.
Let's get Jamie to pull something up for us. Does a platypus have a cloaca?
Oh, that would top it off. I'd love a cloaca.
It does.
Sick.
for both the reproductive and waste systems.
Fucking mint, man. Just shit and cum.
Yeah, yeah.
Just shit and cum, man.
Now come where I shit and I'll make you an egg.
Yeah.
What a...
That'd be
like,
above me caffeine.
If a woman said that to you, you'd be like, "This is lovely. What a service you're offering here, Donna."
That's actually the motto of my restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the traits I'd like to have. It's fucking mint. Reincarnation,
quite good.
always people are always going from great animals, though. No one goes like, "Oh yeah, in a previous life I was most certainly a cockroach or a leech."
Yeah, but this is the same as with the fucking people that think they were gods and Genghis Khan and that.
Oh, there is nothing better than a.
It's very
fucking,
rare that someone's like, "Oh yeah, I was Ted Bundy."
There's no
Regret every
better
minute of it.
than a fucking middle class white lass going, "Oh yeah, I embody like Boudica Viking or like Viking warrior spirit, or I was a Celt in a previous life, and I can tell."
Or going, I was Rosa Parks.
Right, so you were a Celt, so you stank. You never washed. You were almost barbarian, and probably ridden at some point with a plague, infected with some shit, dying early. But that's sound.
But you believed in magic and runes, and that's the bit that you think is cool.
That's the bit, yeah. As long as they're on your side.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Love people who are like love people who claim that have zero culture whatsoever. So look 10 generations back because they spent 120 quid on a DNA test, and we're like, I'm actually part Odin.
I'm actually 20% African, so I can say 20% of the N word.
But again, it's never like, oh, my family tree dates back to, and then the worst people of all time. Oh, they were Libyan slave traders from like the Middle Ages.
Yeah. Or going, I've actually scanned my family tree back 6 generations, and 3 of those generations were all interrelated with each other. A lot of them was just one dad and 4 different sets of kids and grandkids of his.
It's never that.
No one ever wants to admit that. Yeah.
Speak again. Look at these immaculate segues. Speaking of heroes, Mr. Trump survived another assassination attempt.
He did.
He did.
Not only has he stopped the war between India and Pakistan, brought peace to the Middle East countless times to the same regions as well. During
Saved us from North Korea.
Yeah. Now he's been shot in the air, shot at, and I'm hoping because he deserves it that he might get his extension.
You reckon?
He's worked hard, hasn't he?
He's worked really hard because it's hilarious timing that the White House have a vote or the Senate or whoever have a vote, and they're like, we are not going to allow this ballroom. It goes against fucking whatever. And then immediately there is an assassination attempt on Mr. Trump, and they're like, this wouldn't have. So many Instagram Twitter accounts within like seconds of it happening are like, I can't believe this. This wouldn't have happened if we had a ballroom now. It
2 minutes before.
It wouldn't have happened if you had a fucking security guard, mate. Yeah. It wouldn't have happened if you had just one bouncer, or perhaps, do you know, like one of them barriers that have like the thick rope that go between them that you make queues out in
yeah.
One of them?
Yeah, the things of cinema, yeah.
One of those would have probably solved the problem. This lad was...
even one of them sort of seatbelt ones that you pull out of the barrier.
From all the CCTV I've seen, he was falling forwards from the moment he went through the first door. He was constantly just falling forwards. Like it was practically running at 45 degrees with a long weapon, which was very clearly noticeable. I don't know where he spawned from, but... The invisibility cloak worked, or the potion he drank clearly took effect for 30 seconds. It was one of them Fallout ones that works for 30 seconds. Because then he appears at the scanner, a Secret Service agent whose job it is to shoot anyone that comes through that, and it goes off. Trips over as that thing goes off, falls whilst pulling his gun out.
But makes sense he tripped over because the guy just appeared out of thin air. The potion worn off, we'd fall over, we'd panic, and are we any better? Are we trying to say that we're better than specially trained Secret Service. Do you know what I mean?
Nah. I would have fucked up and actually shot the bloke. That Secret Service agent did exactly as
Just
he was
shoot
told.
one of the police officers by mistake. Oh my God! Bang! Oh!
No, that Secret Service agent did exactly what he was told and let that bloke run through. That is insane. It's fucking ridiculous. There was people there taking bottles of drink. There was some bloke just continuing to eat his meal all the way through the...
I saw that. Yeah,
Hegseth, what's he called? The head of the Department of War, that mad cunt, was on so much beak. His jaws swinging from side to side. On any video you see, his jaws just fucking rocking. There's no way that bloke wasn't absolutely geeked up to the gills.
I quite like the idea though of the world's generals being on a lawful lot of cocaine.
At least be honest about it. Don't then also prosecute it. Just fuck it.
No. Because I like the idea that's what they're fighting for, Jimmy. They've got to have something to fight for. They can't just be... Because at that point, you're either in it for the love of the game, which is terrifying, or there's something in it deeply personal for you. And there's nothing more deeply personal than a crippling cocaine addiction.
That's very true. And then also, there's Department of War, like that's the most cocaine named job you could ever think of. Even more so than President of the United States. I am the head of the Department of War. Like, that is a job that you have to be sniffing rails off AK-47s for. Like, that is what your job is. Your job is to rack up a ridiculous line from a country that you have been funding the terrorism of for years via some convoluted triangle where you sell drugs to one country that then sells weapons to another country, and somehow you also get a kickback money-wise. And now you're invading them because of the drugs they're making, because you gave them the guns and the money to make them. And now you get the drugs. But
you're also inviting both warlords that run both of those countries to your house for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you all get along.
And you also share the drugs that you've taken from that country.
Yeah.
And then once you do those massive lines, you basically just close your eyes, move your finger around on a map, stop it and go, yep. And then you roll a dice. Each of them has a different sort of psyop or covert operation on it. Whatever it lands on, you go, yep. And then another button. And then you call a proxy person to do it for you. And then that's the game.
Like
That's
sex dice. Yeah. Instead of it being like lick eye, it's coup military.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons where you never personally lose.
Yeah.
You roll this, but you're also the dungeon master. Oh, right, well that means I get to...
Just playing on your own.
You rolled 20. Oh, Bolivia said something nasty about you on Bebo. Ty, you can respond with nukes. Will it work? Get anything but a 1. 1. Oh, you got 1. Nuke them anyway.
Roll again.
It's a... Yeah, you got to be on beak for that. It's just too much pressure. Because the other option is you get absolutely fucking, like, diazepammed up to the eyeballs. Or
Not what you need in a war scenario, though, is it?
Not really. Well, you say that. I think
I don't want a chilled out general.
I think Churchill was a bit of like a fucking...
Churchill was mad for the cocaine.
Was he? I thought he was mad on the morphine and that as well.
No, I thought he was big into his coke, champagne and cigars, the 3 C's.
Oh.
I thought it was. I thought that's what he was remembered by.
Oh, well. Shit.
Because you've got that. I think it's an old Ricky Gervais joke, but he's like he was coked up and pissed. That's why he wanted to fight them everywhere he went. He'd fight them in the streets, fight them in the beaches, fight them whatever the other one was in the libraries or whatever.
Maybe. The other option is the good old Eastern European way, which is outright pissed all the time. But we can't do that because it's just like in the cold regions, it's sound to do that. It's like, this is what we've got to do to stay alive. We've been doing it for generations.
Ants.
It's uncouth in the West. We can't do that anymore. Back in the day, nice fucking gin whilst you're giving a speech, fine. Nowadays, you've got people kicking off because the House of Commons and that smells of booze. Do you see that shit with the Green Party? I mean, she's completely right. She's completely right.
I don't know though, because there's some things where a lot of people coming out going, "Oh, you can't do your job pissed. You can't turn up to work pissed." I would. I mean, I was definitely an alcoholic, but I would turn up to things pissed.
What was your job, Jack?
I was selling computer headsets. Well,
That's
not even selling, making people try them on.
that's definitely as vital as running the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, your position, I would say, is one where you could afford. It's a 4 pint position.
Yeah.
You can have 4 pints and do that job for a shift. Sound.
I could drink whiskey on the bus on the way to work in the morning and still function at that job.
Yeah, making decisions.
That wasn't a question.
No, I was agreeing as well.
Oh,
It wasn't-
okay,
That wasn't
yeah,
like an
so-
answer. It was
Oh.
I would expect that. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But your job was essentially running the lives of 70 million, 80 million people. I would say that's a no pint job. Again,
But-
there are drugs for it. There are different drugs for different departments. Yeah, you want something to be on. You want the financial lot to be on coke because they're going to come up with some mad schemes that, yes, in 20 years' time, are going to. Oh, what? It was a pyramid scheme. Oh well, doesn't matter. We've passed now. We've passed that debt on to another third world country that will never get out of the fucking hole they're in. That's fine. We've moved on. You can have departments that should be on psychedelics, education department, things like that. Technology department, great departments to work together. You got ones that need to be on downers. There are
Well, you
some.
got the night shift as well. Could do with being on methamphetamines,
Obviously.
like the cleaners and that.
Oh,
Just in case they find any secrets, so that you don't trust the word they say if you do interview them.
100%. Yeah, you can get them to leak stuff. You could sort of use them as a little bit of a psyop and just get them to constantly leak stuff that they've made up in their own brain.
Yeah,
That's a great thing to have, actually. You should. There's a point to the government. Employ more methods in low rank positions and let them think they've heard stuff. Start playing things. If you want it to get out, it will.
I'll tell everyone.
Trying to think what else has been going on.
What else do you have in your list? I can have a look through my list very
Oh,
quickly.
we have just a random thing. It's a small throwaway bit, but we have George Galloway, the Scottish politician who is famed for dressing up as a cat and licking a bowl of milk for that woman on Celebrity Big Brother.
Is that who that actually is?
That is George Galloway, who you want to like in some respects, but on the other, he's definitely getting backhanders throughout his sort of entire career, and he's shills for different groups at points. But hey, so's everyone. It's fine. He's saying that the Rent Boys are after Keir Starmer.
I've been seeing
The
little
Rent
bits about
Boys
this.
are after Keir Starmer. 3 Rent Boys. I think he said all from the same country. I can't remember which country. He was like 3 something. He specified.
It was Ukraine or Russia.
Ukrainian Rent Boys. Committing arson against his property, I would guess.
Allegedly.
Allegedly Ukrainian, allegedly boys, allegedly Keir Starmer, allegedly property.
And allegedly rentable.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
like allegedly a Lime bike. But Rent Boys are attacking the Prime Minister's house.
But what a great way as well to discredit anything that they're doing as well. It's the sort of thing that you'd think in 20 years something will come out about it, like with Ted Heath and bits like that with him,
Yes.
where bits came out at the time and people were like, is it though? Is it really? Is it? And then 20 years later they're like, oh yeah, no, that was definitely what was happening. But I do wonder, is this a way of discrediting them by going, these people are clearly allegedly targeting this gentleman here, but don't worry because the people allegedly attempting to get him are just rent boys. So people will go, oh okay, they're not units or specialist troops from another country or anything like that, or secret agents. They're just rent boys. It discredits it.
I'm going to be honest and tell you what I think it is.
That's fine. You know what, Jimmy? I would love you to be honest with me.
Keir Starmer,
Yeah.
to all intents and purposes, we've said this quite a few times now, is the biggest wet flannel in the history of politics. I don't just mean British politics. I mean all politics. Everyone that's come before has had some sort of flavour. Even like we've seen it time after time, Liz Truss, full of flavour. That white girl had
I
seasoning.
bet she was full of flavour as well. You know.
Covered in black pepper was Liz Truss.
Oh,
Cameron, fucking arsehole. But there was he had some sort of an arsehole, hateable, but a personality. Keir Starmer, wet flannel.
But what about Nick Clegg though?
Still, he was there. He was there, and he was less just ineptly offensive as Starmer, because at least he was like, I'm gonna tell you I want to do stuff even though it's a con and we're never actually get. There you go. He was a conner at least. He was a con man. He showed his true colours and like, actually, yeah, I'm a politician like everyone else. I'm gonna tell you we're gonna sort the unis and that out, but nah, I just want to be here on the big seat. And you're like, yes, go on, Nick. You've fucking frauded us like a politician should do, like any good solid politician. But Keir's not. So I think all the pressure's been on Keir. Everyone fucking hates him. He's like, right, what would get me out of this? I need a glory story. People get assassination attempts. People have scandals. Stuff goes on. I need a scandal so people think that I'm one of the fucking... a proper politician, one of these rock
So people
star
think
types.
I'm up to something.
Yeah, people think I'm fucking one of the boys, man. People think I'm a good old... He's a proper politician. They'll take me seriously at the UN. America will take it. Trump will be like, I never thought you had it in you, Keir. I didn't think you'd be one of the real ones, even if it is a man's batty. I think it's good that at least you're part of the club.
I'm glad you're getting your old son.
But so they've organised all of this.
What if he took the dice of the Department of War?
But
He gave them a role, and he's got arson and rent boy.
Nah, I think they've tried to come up with it. It's been such like the whole team, his press office have all worked together and been like, we're going to form a scandal. We're going to make you into a real bad man. They've done it, and no one's he's that wet. No one's paid attention.
Yeah.
No one's paid attention to it at all. That would be if anyone else had done that. If any other prime minister had rent boys arson attacking his house, that would be an international sensation. We had to hear about it from a man that dressed up like a cat on Big Brother and licked a bowl of milk while calling some other daft fucking D-list celebrity like a mammy or some shit like that. That's who we got the news from, that the leader of our country had his house attacked by rent boys.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
It is. That is mental. What a world, mate. What a time to be alive.
How could you fuck that up so much? How could you be that shit coming in? They must be sat in the office now being like, I can't believe this didn't work. George Galloway. We had to pay him. We paid George to talk about it. We knew he'd fucking take a few grand to say anything. He always does. He's talked about it. No one else has picked it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no coming back for Starmer, I think. That was the last-ditch attempt. There's no saving him.
Haven't they tried to get him out as well? Didn't he have a vote of... They were trying for a vote of no confidence, didn't they?
People probably couldn't be asked to turn up because they'd have to...
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because you never heard anything out about that afterwards.
I've got to read his name on the ballot. Fuck. I can't be asked. It makes us think of cardboard, just the colour grey and Dido. It's so... But it makes us think of, like... Fucking... What's the shit... Pebble
Unsalted
dashing.
butter.
Pebble dashing. Makes us think of pebble dashed walls. Just a fucking... an absence of... Like wallpaper. Have you ever licked wallpaper paste?
No.
That's what Keir
I've
Starmer
never
tastes
done
like. Wallpaper paste. It's like glue without the flavour. It's got the density and like the texture of glue, but hasn't got that nice little acidic kick that glue has. You've tasted glue. We're not gonna. I watched you eat a fucking Pritt stick, mate. Yeah. Glue's got a tang on it.
It does. I thought it tasted quite nice.
Of course you did.
I did. I was very annoyed at myself that I couldn't swallow any of it.
Well,
I wasn't annoyed at me. I was annoyed at my throat closing over.
Have you ever sort of reached out a Pritt stick after that to been like fancy sponsoring us?
No, no.
Or has anyone ever done
I
this?
I did want to reach out to DeWalt though, because I used my drill to sharpen a pencil up a rat's arsehole the other day. But I'm too nervous to post it on TikTok or Facebook because I think it'll just get removed because it looks pretty vicious. So I've put it on
There's only one way to
YouTube
find
and
out.
X. No, people can find me on YouTube. Need the views.
TikTok's the big one, mate. You need to reach out and show DeWalt what their tools really should be used for. The construction industry will love that. That is crack. They'd be like, we'll do it with a real live one, and then send another video of it just shoving a drill up a rat's arse and spinning while the cud's still squealing. On that note, please join us. www. I don't know why I did that part. Patreon.com/truthseeker. With don't forget, put the HTTPS:// beforehand. You don't want to fuck that up. It'll be unsafe. That's pretty much it. This has been another one. On the Patreon, we do more, and we get other stuff that you don't get on here. And Jack says words that we really don't want him to say on here.